Hello everyone, welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Christina.
And we are true twin flames in union. Today we're here to talk about what the difference is between twin flames and soulmates.
Yeah, you hear a lot about this topic, so we wanted to really kind of refresh this for the viewers of our channel.
And to start, we're going to go ahead and read a small passage. This passage is from Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Shaleia, and it will explain the overall differences, and then from there we'll go ahead and cover each topic.
Yeah. Okay. So, soulmate relationships are not meant to be intimate romantic relationships. A soulmate can be your child, parent, close friend, coach, neighbor, teacher, or special friend. Soulmates are not meant to be in your eternal life forever. They are unique brothers or sisters in God who resonate closely with you at a particular time in your eternal life journey. Eventually, nearly all soulmates will come to pass away from you, and new soulmates will come take their place. You will not always make the same choices as the people around you, and so eventually you will no longer resonate in harmony, and you will go your separate ways in your eternal existence. Sometimes people confuse a soulmate for someone who you are romantically involved with. Perhaps they were your spouse in a past life, or your spouse for many, many past lives. That's okay, but it doesn't mean they were created to be your spouse. They're just a placeholder for your eternal spouse, your twin flame.
Good, yeah. That's really, really good. So we can go ahead and kind of go into that and discuss each topic. So the overall message there is that the difference between the two, between a twin flame and your soulmate, is that your twin flame was created to be your ultimate lover. That's the role that they play in your life. And soulmates, while they may, play many different roles in your life, they're not meant to fill that role.
Right. They're essentially like your brother or sister.
Yeah, your spiritual brother or sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So one important thing that we can talk about, as that passage mentioned, is that, soulmates, they may fill many different roles. They could play teachers, best friends, and in some cases they may, also be a spouse, because maybe they've played that role in many different past lives. But one very important thing here is that only your twin flame makes the same core choices as you.
Right.
The relationship dynamics between twin flames and soulmates are completely different. They're entirely different. And sure, soulmates may grow together in many different ways throughout a life. They are there and they do help you learn lessons and things like that, and they do help you grow.
Yeah, they're essential relationships, like they're friends, family, they're important relationships. It's not that like they're bad.
Right.
Yeah.
But in terms of like eternity and like making the same core choices as you, they don't.
Right.
They can't, because they're not designed to be that for you. Only your twin flame is. Right.
Like they're on their own journey with their own twin flame. Right. And so I think a lot of the time, especially when people start doing the inner healing work, and especially when they learn the mirror exercise, you can apply the mirror exercise to any situation in your life. And people will try to apply the mirror exercise to a situation involving, like friends or family members or coworkers, or a karmic spouse that they're with, or a karmic soulmate. And you can, but the one piece there is that doing the mirror exercise is about you coming to peace, and it's not about that person who was upsetting you. It's not about them making the same core choice as you, because like they may or may not make the same core choice as you, because they're not your twin flame.
Exactly, and we've mentioned this in previous videos. Your twin flame is made from the same spiritual blueprint as you. So they are the same vibration, the same frequency, if you want.
They choose the same.
They choose exactly the same, and you both vibrate in harmony together. And soulmates are not made from that same soul blueprint. They have their own design. They have their own twin flames with whom they resonate with, right, and vibrate with. And as you do the mirror exercise and you grow and change, soulmates may not make the same choices and may vibrate out of your life.
Yeah, or your relationship with a soulmate may like recalibrate, and you may need to reevaluate like how close you're going to be. Right?
Yeah. And I think that brings us to our next topic, which is a common upset or block that we hear all over the place on the internet. And that is, first, I think it's important to mention that, as we discussed in our last video, when you first awaken to your twin flame journey and you're figuring things out, things can feel very intense. And they, you can be going through a lot of changes, lots of feelings. Some people describe it as like an emotional roller coaster. But the common upset, going back here, is that some people just say, oh, well, fine, if it's so difficult, if I have to go through all of this basically hell, then I'm just going to choose to be with a soulmate because it's just so much easier. And you know what? It may seem like it's easier, but the truth is all of that is an illusion. Simply because at some point in time you will eventually have to face yourself. Remember that the twin flame journey is about you. It's about self-discovery, it's about your relationship with God, and it's about uncovering all of these deep things inside of you that are out of alignment with God. And yes, soulmates do teach you lessons. Yes, they can help you grow in many ways. We're not saying that they don't. But the twin flame path is the fast track back to a relationship with God.
Yeah, the twin flame path is going to it's going to show you everything that's out of alignment with love in your life the fastest, right? And this idea that it's easier to be with a soulmate, well, that's really an illusion. It's actually not easier, because in the long run you're having to trade off. There's the illusion of being more peaceful in that, like, maybe you don't fight as much, but the reason that you don't fight as much with a soulmate is because you're having to kind of trade off these places where you can be fully authentic. Your twin flame, having a relationship with your twin flame is essentially, it's the relationship you have with yourself. You can be 100% yourself, and there's no bargaining in that relationship. Whereas with a soulmate, to maintain the peace, because you weren't created to be, lovers to each other, in order to sustain a relationship where you're acting as lovers to each other, there's going to be trade-offs that each person is having to make to keep the peace in a relationship that wasn't created to be that way. And so, while it might seem easier in the sense that maybe this person doesn't trigger your deepest upsets, that trade-off that you're having to make of like those little bits of your authenticity that you have to sacrifice, that's gonna weigh on you, and it's just a delayed, it's just delaying your twin flame journey, which is like, once you've been awakened to that desire for your ultimate lover, for true love, you can numb it out for a little while, but you're not going to really be able to let that go, because that's a very deep core desire that you've been awakened to, and really nothing is going to fill that void.
Right, and actually that's a great point, that nothing's going to fill that void. And, everyone knows in their heart what is fulfilling and what's not fulfilling. And with a soulmate, you can tell yourself, I like to consider it like, say, for example, there's a genuine product, something that you're interested in buying, and then there's like a knockoff product. And the knockoff product is 50% off. It looks 95% identical to the original product. But you can go for the knockoff, but it does not feel the same. You can tell yourself it does, as long as you want. But it's not the same. It's not the same. There isn't the same satisfaction or fulfillment. And taking this back to twin flames, soulmates aren't designed to fill the role of a lover. So you can tell yourself, oh, I'm happy, and you know that this role is fulfilled. But once you experience the love of a twin flame, and once you're awakened to that journey, nothing will be able to fill that role except your twin flame.
Yeah, and it's nothing to be afraid of, right? It's safe to keep choosing love, keep choosing true love. The only thing that's going to be released from your life when you choose true love is that which was never real. Mm-hmm. You know, the twin flame journey is a journey of claiming what's real. It's a grounded journey. It's a process. Right. And it's safe to take that journey. You know, there's a lot of support available to you. And
also, you know, going back a little to like the intensity of the twin flame journey, that also doesn't last forever. And it can be brought to peace and calmed down with the mirror exercise like we've discussed. Yeah. And as soon as balance and peace is brought to that place, then the twin flame journey feels a lot more harmonious, and it does get easier. Mm-hmm.
It's more fulfilling in every way.
Oh, in every way.
Because it's what's real. You know, it's a real foundation that you can land on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I think that's everything I wanted to say about it.
Yeah, I feel complete.
Okay, good. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video this week. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. And if you like this video, like and subscribe to our channel for more content in the future. Once again, we are Daniel and Christina. We are Ascension coaches. We do private coaching, group coaching. We also do twin flame readings. If you're interested in that, check out our website, oneconnectedlove.com. And as always, we'll see you next time. Take care.